What is going on YouTube, Spotify, Apple audiences,
I know I was about to say.
everywhere? This is a Couple of Things podcast. It's your boy Alex GM alongside Mal. You know the vibes. We're back again. Good to see you all again.
Yes, and I look like
Oh, my Windows update going crazy.
I look like an egg. So please don't mind. I just came back from the gym. We working on our fitness this year, 2023. Catch me and Alex in 9 months. Not even 9 months, like 3 months. 6 months. Right? Transformation time. So this is about to be how I look last times. Unless we film on the weekends. But if we film on the weekdays, I'm gonna have my gym fit on. And I need to take a shower too. But this is how we rocking. So no lashes and I look like an egg. Anyway. What do you want to start with?
It's your topics. Get into it.
Not my topics. I just wrote topics down.
Give it to them.
I really hate talking about these people, but they're a topic of discussion. I feel like we got to give our Malik's opinion on certain things. But outside of this podcast, I hate talking about these things. I'm tired of seeing these people on my timeline. But for anybody wondering who we're talking about, probably guess. Bluetooth and Blueface. They call her Bluetooth. Krishan Rock. The Hood Rats. The mentally ill Hood Rat. And Blueface, the one-hit sugar rapper. I'm tired of seeing them on my timeline. But basically, things, they have their show on Zeus. And then they kind of, they'll have their little episodes that'll make their way onto the timeline. Maybe like every few weeks, once a week, right? But then lately, if you want to say like, when people have their press run, you want to call their just back to back being in the press started with the No Jumper interview. She was on No Jumper or Blueface. I don't know. I didn't watch the episode. I don't really care to watch the episode, but from what we have seen, the clip going around, she was wilding out. Kicking the TV screens at the studio, and I'm pretty sure she broke the TV. Like, I think they is the TV broke? And they're like, yeah, it's broken. And didn't she break like Kai's wall, like at his house? Like, she kind of like reminds me of like, I never really had anybody in my life like that, but I know people who had that chaotic energy who I just strayed away from. Like, don't you just hate people who are chaotic like that and just like, it's just like it's just ill. Like, you breaking people's stuff and you're just very, like, goofy, like the way she's eating the pizza. Like, she just seems like an ill. Like, I just do not like people like that in my life. Like, get away. Because those type of people that get you involved in some stupid stuff or just be involved in mess, destroying people's property, like, just ghetto. Hood rats. Not my cup of tea at all. But, she was acting a fool on that show. Do you know what happened? Like, why?
No,
I think she got mad at that guy Sharp. I heard he's like, he be coming at people crazy, apparently. Like, I remember seeing footage of him like in the past with like Selena Powell or just like a lot of like the OnlyFans girls that be on the show. And he's just like, he's annoying because I think he's like biracial, but he does a lot of like, he just acts very like extra with it. Like, how like, I don't, no offense to anybody who's biracial out there, but I feel like a lot of people, like especially biracial people or just, people who in general who have identity crises, because they have, it's like they have different sides of them, are extra with it. Like, I feel like he acts extra black, if that makes sense. Like, stereotypical black, which for me, that's what it gives identity crisis. So he already turns me off. He's mad annoying. But apparently he's like a segment on that show where he's just like supposed to be the voice of reason in the pit, like basically thoughts in their place. So I guess he was pitting her in her place and calling her out on like the things that she does. And he doesn't back down. Like, he'll yell back. And I think she was getting offended and was hurt by his comments. So then she started wilding out, which is lame. Because you should want somebody who's critically like criticizing you.
Does he do that to the men too? I don't know who this is.
I'm not sure actually, because I don't see a lot of men like really on the segment. Like I said, I don't really watch him, but from what I've seen, it's just him like coming out OnlyFans girls.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, and I'm not saying that
his name's like Sharp or something, some annoying.
I'm not saying that he doesn't do it, but one trend that I have noticed with these sort of podcast things are that men they feel so empowered talking crazy to the women, but wouldn't do the same thing to another male. And I don't know the gentleman, so I'm not saying that he's one of those people. But that's why I just have to question it, because I see that. You see it all the time.
That's what people's issue was with Kevin
Academics,
Samuels. Yeah,
like-
but apparently Kevin Samuels did come at men too. Like it's just women that were calling into his show.
Right.
So, and then like the Fresh and Fit podcast, apparently like that's what they do
all
a lot. Yeah, because I think like recently they had DDG on there, and like he was on his vlog, he was talking about like how it was like he was like, yeah, this not it. Like they talking to those girls out there crazy. Like this is, he was telling his audience just like probably like a disclaimer, like this interview is about to come out. Like I don't subscribe to the rest of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll be very interesting to see, but this is what he looks like identity crisis, weirdo, what he gives. And he just like comes at them crazy, like see, he did what's her name, Eliza. He did like stuff like this. Like he gives his thoughts on Blue Jasmine and men simping. Like he just does like a lot of overly critical stuff, and he's like annoying though. Like he like yells and like he talks over people. Like I'm gonna try to get a little quick example, and I can see how that could be aggravating to someone like Krishan, who seems like she's unhinged. But at the same time, like maybe you need to be told about yourself, because you think there's a lot of people in her life telling her about herself besides Blueface.
Well, no, all this stuff is entertainment.
And they're trying to make money together. Yeah. I don't find it entertaining either. Like all this is giving a bad example for the next generation of people coming up. Like you want kids to thinking that this is what relationships should look like. Like, 'cause they don't know the difference sometimes. Like, we as adults are like, okay, this is stupid. It's just comedy. It's just entertainment. But there could be like a young, impressionable audience that like see this stuff, right? And I know it's not their job to raise other people's kids, but why just continue that for our community, right? Like, why make our community look stupid like that? Like, it's just, I don't get it. All money is not good money.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's like, I blame the community.
I blame the community too, because if we didn't find those things entertaining,
then
they would
cease to exist.
That's true.
I blame the community. You can't.
That's a good point.
Like, it's the same thing as like, oh, you could blame, like people want to put the blame on companies that make alcohol and cigarettes and stuff like that. And okay, if you want to do all that, you can, but you still don't have to pick up.
You still don't have to go buy it.
You don't have to go buy it.
Yeah.
So that's where I fall in it. Everybody always has a decision. So if we want to be stupid, and I don't include myself in we, because I don't even watch.
Right? I don't watch any of this stuff. I never even downloaded Zeus and Bad Girls Club, like Revamp. Like it's like.
But if people want to be stupid, then be stupid.
Yeah.
But I won't participate in it. So honestly, even in this discussion, I don't even know how much I'm really gonna give. But you can play the clip if you found one.
Yeah, this is just how he talks to girls.
All new ultra premium collection.
And I'm gonna talk over this so we don't hopefully get a copyright.
With the code SharpTank at manscaped.com. You call yourself just being so out there. You ain't gotta say his name, but you ain't gotta say his name. Yeah, right. That's what you bitches been into. That's what
Like, see how he talks to them?
Monster.
He calls them crazy.
Like, you putting out names. You know this. That's what done created you, baby. Tell the truth, shame the devil. It's what created you. I'm talking about even getting your funky ass up on these platforms. Think about that shit.
He be talking to him crazy.
Really created you, mama. What really done did it
why
for
does
you?
who cares? What are you talking about?
Where do you feel like?
Yeah, my only thing is, like I said, like
he yells in her face.
I got the point. My only thing is, as long as you keep that same energy to men, because I've noticed that trend where
like they yelling.
They bring women that have had some sexual past or history that's long, and then they bring them to the podcast so they could sit there and talk crazy to them, so the little kids in the comments could, gas them up and be like, L thought, all that kind of stuff. So as long as you're keeping that same energy with men, then cool. But I don't know that gentleman, so
Yeah, he was calling her like the devil, but yeah, he just annoying. Like you see, he's just like. Like he just be talking them crazy, That's his whole thing. But like I said, there's like the incels. I love him. He's real. Like, but then you see, you have the guys with more head on their shoulders. Dude really getting mad. But she was calling him like out of his name too. But he was talking to her crazy too. But like, yeah, I feel like you can't be a hypocrite. It's just crazy. Like, you going to invent a new STD. Like, he, you know, he's just rude. So you could see
I feel like I'm
somebody
losing
like
brain
that.
cells in this conversation already.
Yeah, right. Somebody like that with Krishan's temper, it was a recipe for disaster. But I mean, it's hard to not be blinded by this stuff, because it's like, could that have all been a part of the plot? Her wild out, you know, to get people to watch the interview. It's hard to tell. Like, I can't tell if she's genuinely just crazy or if this is advertising. But regardless, she looks stupid, and to do that for some money is sad. You know?
Yeah. I think it's sadder for the people that watch this shit.
Yeah, it is.
Because we had this conversation offline, I think. But, you know, the things that people are entertained by are always very telling.
And they be all over my timeline.
Right, but remember, we had this conversation offline. What you're entertained by is perfectly fine, but in my opinion, where you fall on the economic status indicator, like, that determines whether you being entertained by something is like justifiable or not.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that, to be more specific for everybody, is that if you aren't in a good financial situation, if you're in debt, if you don't make a lot of money, like, first of all, money is basically everything, because that's what affords you more time. It does. It allows you to, you know, eat better foods. It allows you to be more healthy. You can provide for your family. You can put yourself in a safer area. You know, living wise, it gives you more freedom to do the things you want, travel, experience life. So money is extremely important. And I hate when people act like money isn't everything, because in more ways than not, it pretty much is.
It's like,
Now, it can't buy you health, but in a way it can, because if you don't have money, maybe you can't get the better treatment for whatever ailment you might have.
or
So,
you can't eat healthier foods.
some people get broken bones. You don't have health insurance to pay for the operation. People just walking around with just a broken bone that's going to heal back messed up, and you're just going to be, you know, basically crippled. So even with health, money to a certain extent matters. So money is important, and people shouldn't act like it's not. So for me, if you aren't getting money and you're watching this type of stuff and you're having commentary and deep dive analysis on what's going on, and you make like $20,000 a year, like, that to me is a problem. And that's the crazy part about our communities, because, and this is not a stereotype, this is, you know, straight facts, that's most of our community is in that lower tier of making money.
It is. That's why, like, it's funny, because what you brought up the other day, for some reason, it popped in my timeline. Someone said they showed, like, the top 1%.
Right.
And it was 20, they said age 25 to 29, and it was 80,000.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, the fact that, like, we're in that category and, like, we're still in the higher, like, that's 1%. That's how I know people are fake flexing, because, like, we're in that category, and, you know, that's 1%. So, you know, a lot of people, our peers, are not in that 1%. Like, statistically, it wouldn't make sense. So it's like, I know a lot of people are, like, faking the funk.
I don't even care about that, but I'm just saying in general, like.
No, I'm saying, like, that's just further proves to your point. Like if you're, like, where are your priorities at? That's what I was telling you. Like, someone that we know literally said she didn't even know who these people were. Her friends told her about Krishan and Blueface. And I'm like, look, she's making very comfortable six-figure salary. Like, and she don't even know who these people are. And I bet you her friends who told her might not be making it.
Right. And we've talked about this too much on this podcast anyway, with them. This is probably like our third time talking about them.
I know. But this was just like a lot of stuff, especially like the next part.
Yeah. So this is all stupid, but what's the next part?
Wait, there was something else I was gonna say too that I, like, low-key forgot. I feel like I said it though, actually. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, the people who find this entertaining, it doesn't make any sense, because, like, where are your priorities at? Like, and I don't get how people find this stuff entertaining anyway. Like, it's like the kiki and laughing. It's like, it's not. None of this is funny. None of this is funny.
People probably find it funny because that was how they grew up.
Yeah, that's what they see in their household, and they think it's normal too.
Yeah.
Like, people think relationships that are toxic and crazy is normal. Like, a relationship like us, people would say is boring, just because we don't fight and yell and act crazy. Like, we're just chill people. I mean, we used to do that, but not anymore. But people would say it's boring. Like, that's crazy to think that peace and being peaceful and being rational is boring. Like, you people are mentally ill. And I remember I was going to say before, too, you were talking about, like, you know, with money and stuff. It reminds me of this TikTok I saw earlier where this girl was saying how, like, a lot of women look up to people like Ari and Jada Wada and they, like, put her on a pedestal. And they're like, but their partners is like Moneybagg Yo, G Herbo, Lil Baby. If those men cheat on them or something happens, they buy them a car. They give them maybe $1 million. They give them $500K. They're like, these women are out here trying to emulate that, but their partners are not Lil Baby. They're not Moneybagg Yo. They're not G Herbo. So you trying to have a baby thinking like, oh, I'm this man's first baby mama, like trying to emulate that baby mama culture. That man's gonna leave you high and dry. Like, that's why, like, you know, it's kind of lines with this, because it's like people in low money, like, situations try to emulate this stuff, or they find this stuff entertaining. That's all they consume, and then they think that's, you know, their life. That's not your life. That man's gonna cheat on you and not give you $1 for child support, what do you have? Well, all you got is that you're his first baby mama. Like, that's some type of flex, like some type of accomplishment. It's just like, it's just a sad sight to see, especially with black women, because black women are bigger consumers of this than the men. I would 100% agree. I would 100% agree. And it's just like,
usually I can see why people would find something entertaining, but with this specifically, I can't really tell.
None of this is funny to me. Like, it's not funny. It's not cute. It is weird. It's very weird. Like, they support her when she puts her hands on him, and then there's always an excuse. Like, and when she's hitting him, this woman pitting all these think pieces. She is a victim of reactive abuse. She's only hitting him because he hits her. I'm like, how do you know? Like, why is it there's always an excuse for her? Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, she's hitting on him, and the girl's like, this is me with my man. Like, everybody always wants to relate to something, right? Like, this is me and my man. I be beating on my man. Like it's not cute. But then if it's the other way around, Blueface needs to be in jail. Like, it's just, I can't. Like, this is not cute. Please, like, I can't.
I was gonna say, I wonder women don't understand men, for sure.
They don't. And they don't try to understand them either.
Because like what you were just saying about, oh, I hit my man or whatever, I'm like, he's probably cheating on you with about 3 other people, and is why he doesn't care about getting hit. Maybe women don't know that that's how men think. I would highly listen. If I had to put my money on something like that, if a man is getting abused, typically he's just taking it just because you're there, and he's off doing something else. Like yeah. I don't know. I could be completely off. I get that
perspective. Like, you just kind of like are blacked out and zoned out in that moment. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm about to be with my other girl.
Yeah, right. That, like, maybe women don't understand that, but that's not coming from me. But I'm just saying.
Well, obviously not. I don't hit you.
Well, that's not obvious. You're talking to people that don't know me.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't do that because I've seen it growing up. Not to put my people's business out there, and I was on the receiving end of my parents putting their hands on me, so I'm not furthering that. So yeah, because some people, they will continue that cycle. Me, we breaking generational curses over here. So yeah, speaking of breaking generational curses, she's pregnant. Did you hear that?
Mm.
Yeah, she's pregnant. First of all, she's like, I'm like, I can't tell if she's really just dumb or if she's like shock value, because she said she hopes she hears 3 heartbeats. And she posted 3 positive pregnancy tests. I'm like, I hope she doesn't think that a pregnancy test represents multiple babies. I'm like, I really, like, that's why I can't tell if she's just trolling. She said she hopes she hears 3 heartbeats because she had 3 positive tests. I was like, I don't know if she's trolling. Or if she's like dead serious. Because it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on in that brain at first. Like, and she looks stupid without that tooth. Like, I don't know why she got it fixed just to not wear it. Like, and that's the thing too. You got your tooth knocked out just to be on this show. Like, this is sad. It's like, either you're really that dumb or you're doing this for money. And then it's funny. Everybody tries to blame Blueface. Oh, his influence. He did this to her. Look at how she looked before. she was probably still crazy and causing a ruckus in Baltimore. Like, he didn't do anything.
What is the because when stuff like this gets popular, I usually kind of question what's going on in society. Like, did people get laid off or something? Like, what's going on? Like,
I think people are getting laid off.
People are getting laid off, but I know
it's a recession.
It's from the tech layoffs though. So people that work in those companies,
none of them were in tech.
None of these people would be in tech. It's just interesting when things like this get popular because I'm like, people, but like, why do people have time?
No, but I'm seeing a lot of tweets of people like, damn, maybe a two income household is for me. Well, duh. Everybody with the 2-income household, we're like, we're chilling. I'm like, what recession? What inflation? I mean, the only time I see is when I was just in the supermarket. But I mean, I'm buying almonds and kale. Like, I'm buying expensive stuff. So I'm still not really seeing that much of a increase in my grocery bill. My grocery bill's always been between like $90 and $130. Like, that's normal. What inflation? But I bet I want to talk crazy about, I'm not doing no 50-50. Now you 30 and you still home. So maybe you should do 50-50. Because it's expensive out there. So I think that's what it is. People are broke. They're seeing celebrities get richer and they're getting broker.
No, but
they're just bored and they want to vicariously live through people.
Okay.
But why would you want to vicariously live through Krishan?
I don't know. What else?
No, but it's like, it kind of reminds me of like, wasn't it when they were talking about like the Great Depression, like a lot of like music and stuff comes out of those time periods because it's like people be bored. Or like they were saying, like when Beyonce dropping like a dance album, they're saying all that's kind of usually reminiscent of like a depression or like a recession, like times being bad. The music is usually really good and the arts are really good during like time periods in time that were like bad. It could be that. People are so.
You think Blueface is the equivalent of 1920s jazz?
No. I'm just saying, like, people are so miserable with their lives that they need an out. They need entertainment. They need something. Like, oh, look at it. Like, they need something to laugh at and clown at other people. Because when they look in the mirror, they laugh at themselves in their life. So it's like they need something else to laugh at to distract themselves from the fact that they're a joke and that their life is a joke. That's my opinion. Because people whose lives are pretty much together, I feel like they just don't find this stuff entertaining. Even though, like I said, I do see this one girl who I follow who she claims she makes like in the 200 range. And her tweets are annoying AF. Like, I'm like, why do you make so many think pieces every day? Like, you have too much time in your hands. But I think that's just like, that's for her. I feel like she's lacking in that companion in her life. So you could still be successful, but when you lack something somewhere, you could still fall into that miserable spiral, in my opinion. Because my tweets, I just be reactive and I just be chilling. I just be talking about me and my life because I love it so much, I got to just keep talking about it.
Wait, what else we got?
But no, but yeah, she's pregnant. She's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the listeners who are not watching. I just took a gulp of water. And so wait, first of all, yeah, we were saying she had the 3 pregnancy tests. She thought it was 3 heartbeats. Slow. There was a video of her at the hospital acting a fool. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, the doctors were kind of like looking at her weird, like the nurses. Like, she was just like really goofy and giddy and weird, and it was like, it's just ignorant. Especially because, like, come on, we already had these stereotypes. And you're just in the hospital acting a fool like this. Where's the dad? Like, I just was so turned off. Like, it's just embarrassing because it just makes us as a community look so bad, and people think this is funny. Like, it's not funny. But her being pregnant is crazy because, like, I think it was bound to happen. But Blueface, he went on Twitter rant, like, he's like, that's not Blueface. You know how he says Blueface baby? He's like, that's not Blueface baby. Like, trying to be funny. I was like, ha, 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 funny. He basically denying that as her. He's like, she been with like 10 people since we were together. Like, I need a DNA test. I think it might be his, and he's kind of panicking. But it could not be, but I think it is. Just going on his rant. Like, cause I don't think, like, I think we were talking about this off camera too. I think he really is like, using her for entertainment, and he really does love like his baby mama, and like now you have a second. I don't know if he has any other baby mamas. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. But now you potentially have a second baby mama with somebody who's like crazy, basically. Not a look, good look. And then she was on live talking about like, oh, he's not gonna see the baby anyway since he wasn't denying it. Like, it's my baby. Just the typical ghetto baby mama culture. Keep regurgitating that same baby mama lifestyle, like, And then what got me, which is like what I wrote in a separate category, and just been annoying me, when she announced her pregnancy, So many people along Instagram, Twitter, they were like, this could be really good for her. Like, this could be a blessing for her. Some people get babies and it changes their life. Like this could change her life, make her a good person. She found out she's pregnant. Guess what she was doing 2 days later? Fighting. She was fighting these two girls trying to get into Blueface's car. And she like swung at somebody on the red carpet yesterday at some event. So it's like, you're talking about the baby's going to change her life and she's already risking that baby's life by fighting. And then she was in a hot tub apparently like yesterday or something on live. I don't know if you know this, but when you're pregnant, you can't take baths. You can't take hot baths. You can't be in a hot tub. People on live were telling her that. She was like, you guys are dumb. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's just, even her friends in the background were like, you can't be in there. Like, you're pregnant. And she's laughing. Like, I'm like, this is not funny. And you guys are talking about this baby's going to be a blessing. And she's literally, like, she's not even caring about this baby. To even care, like, for this health. Like, why are you in a hot tub? And, like, thinking it's funny, laughing with her annoying, ugly-ass laugh, with her freaking tooth missing. Like, she just irks me. I'm so tired of these people. And I swear, like, I only wanted to bring it up because it's just what everybody's talking about and it's just good commentary. But it's like, that's one thing I really wanted to criticize people. Like, that's why I work. I'm like, you're gambling on the baby. Like, people, I feel like people don't view, like, when people are so selfish. They don't view, like, this baby as, like, a human being that's going to grow up, like, how you grew up, with their own brain, personality, and traumas. And it's like, everybody wants to have, like, baby mama culture, just to have a baby. I want a baby. It's like, they don't care about nothing else. They don't care about, does the baby have a stable dad? Does the baby have a stable mom? Do I heal my traumas before I have this kid, so I won't put anything on them? Does this baby have a comfortable house? Am I financially comfortable so my baby will be financially comfortable? Nobody, I feel a lot of people don't think about these things. They just view babies as like a little prop and like a doll, It's like sickening. And the fact that people are gambling on this baby's life, they're taking a gamble like, oh, this could be a blessing for her. Well, it could definitely not be a blessing for her. You know what I mean? Mothers who are like unhinged just like her have kids and end up, worst case scenario, those kids end up dead in many scenarios, right? With crazy parents, mentally ill parents. Babies get sold off for money. I knew this girl, it was sad. Like, I forgot what the story was, but her mom sold her, like the dad was literally crying, like in the freaking court, sold her for like $10 for like sex trafficking. Like, they have her on literally in the guy's hand in the hotel and then he killed her. And it was like something like $10, $20. That's sick. So you have those scenarios. You have scenarios where the kid is neglected and abused. You have scenarios, and she definitely Krishan gives alcoholic vibes. She drinks a lot. And she's, like I said, that you drink a lot and you're also mentally not there, in my opinion. That's a potentially abusive household. You're hitting on Blueface, so who's to say you're not going to hit on your kid? Especially if that's the household she grew up in. It's like, this is a human being. And you got people in the comments talking about this could be a blessing for her. Like, you people are freaking insane and need help. Like this is sad, that you're gambling on this baby's life. Like, this, she needs to get herself together before she had a kid. That's so irresponsible to bring a child into this world with the situation she's in. And she's proven that. She's in hot tubs and fighting. Like, you don't even care about this baby that's growing in your stomach. Like, you're supposed to take care of yourself 100%. Once you find out you have a baby, everything changes. Your diet, you should be having those habits beforehand. You should care about your own life. But especially if you're bringing in another life, get yourself together. Stop drinking. I hope she's not drinking. Don't be like, do your research. And that's another thing too that was getting me mad. People are excusing that too. I'm like, why do they keep excusing this girl? Like, women will defend other women to the ends of the earth, which is like crazy to me. Like I said, holding each other accountable. If you really care about other women, you will hold each other accountable, right? Clearly, you don't care about another woman. It's almost like women like to see other women sabotage their lives because there's no accountability. Like, they were like, this is her first time having a baby, guys. She might not have known that she wasn't gonna be in a hot tub. Okay, but people are telling her, and she's calling them stupid. And also, do your research on everything. Like, when we got our puppies, when Walnut and Fendi were puppies, what was I doing? About to give Walnut a walnut. Can dogs eat walnuts? Like, I'm looking up everything. Like, can dogs eat this? Everything I've given to him, I've always looked it up before I give it to him. So the fact that you, as a pregnant person, want to take the time to be like, let me research on everything about pregnancy, buy books, ask my doctors questions. Anything, I would be looking up anything. Can I get in the hot tub while I'm pregnant? And the first thing would be like, no. It's like the fact that she's not even thinking to do that, and women are still defending that. Like, she didn't know, guys. Like, so now when the baby is damaged, it's gonna be she didn't know. Like, it's just always an excuse, and I'm just over it. I'm so tired of it. I hate seeing this stuff, and I almost hate talking about it. But I feel like I need to vent and get that off. But it's just like crazy, gambling on the baby's life. Like, and that's the selfishness. It's like this baby could be a blessing to her. And people are like, why not? No, like, it's her responsibility to be a blessing for that baby. Like, it's not the baby's responsibility. Like, that's why I almost hate when people have kids and they're like, I never felt love until I had a baby. It's like, it's almost like, it's like emotional incest. You know, it's weird. Like, people look at babies as a healer for their traumas, right? Somebody to comfort them, somebody to keep them company, somebody to replace a man in the house, or, you know, a woman in the house. It's like people view their kids as possessions, and that's why these kids grow up and hate them, don't want to talk to them, don't tell them anything about their personal life. Like, this is a human being. You're giving birth to another human being. You're not giving birth to your property or possession. It's just a human being with your DNA. That's it. So people need to stop having kids for their selfish reasons, to be blessings, to heal them, to show them what true love is like. You people need help. And it's just like, ugh. And it's just, I hate seeing that our generation, you know, she's like our age. I hate seeing us further the damage, especially in the Black community. It's just like, it's sad. It's really sad. But that's like the main thing with her pregnancy that I really wanted to get off. Like, you know, her gambling on the baby and her not listening to what people are telling her not to do. Like, even her friends trying to tell you, like, get out the hot tub, you know? So I pray for that child. I really do. What do you think? Do you think anything is gonna like bad happen with the child? Like, is it almost kind of scary to me?
Not even answer that question.
I know. Like, I'm worried that something's gonna happen while she's like is in the womb. Like, I'm worried. I swear not to put this on her, but possible miscarriage. Like, I just feel like she's gonna be very reckless. Like, fighting. Like, that's crazy to me. That's almost like evil to me. Fighting, like, we could get kicked in the stomach, right? Like, it's just, but you can't stress yourself out about it. It's stressful to me because I'm worried about the baby, but I don't care about her. She dug her hole, so she gotta be right in there because this is the life that she wants for herself. She don't care to get help. She don't care to go get therapy and fix herself. So I wish people would stop trying to support her and stop trying to find sympathy, because there's a certain point where you just can't find sympathy for like evil people, in my opinion, you know. So yeah, do you have anything? You didn't say anything. You haven't said anything.
No, I got nothing. So if you good, we can move on to the next topic.
This is a podcast. It's not a solo channel.
No, but I don't comment on this type of shit. Like,
I know that, but it's a topic that I brought for us to talk about. So I feel like you still gonna have input on it.
I got no input on it.
Oh my god.
I gave input already, but I got nothing else.
No, but about the pregnancy stuff, like
just what it is. What else do we expect? It's not much of a deep dive there.
No, it's not about a deep dive, but you weren't responsive to anything I said. I brought up a lot of different elements. I brought up her being pregnant. I brought up her people saying that the baby.
Yeah, but my thing is
gambling on the baby.
Right, but my thing is what else did anybody think was different? Like what do you mean? What did people think was gonna happen? Like, none of this is shocking to me. So that's why I'm like, there's almost nothing to comment about, because what did people think is next?
Well,
it's almost
the
like
pregnancy thing. It was shocking to some people because she was getting abortions every time. But I mean, I guess eventually you're gonna stop.
Yeah, but she was still getting pregnant. So what that mean?
Yeah,
she can still get an abortion now. Just because she's pregnant doesn't mean.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised by the reaction that people aren't like more like worried about this baby. Like, people are like I said, viewing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's shocking to me. I thought the reaction was gonna be like, oh my God, pray for that baby. I didn't see that many comments.
Yeah, but even that's not shocking to me, because if you look at the way everybody excused any of her behavior before, none of that's shocking. So that's why I don't have a comment. Like, I disassociate myself with bullshit and like dumbass shit that people talk about.
I'm just saying it's kind of sad that you would think that like I said, these are people in our age group that I thought were better than this.
No, you didn't.
To be supporting.
No, you didn't.
I did.
You didn't think that our generation wouldn't like that we're
because they're always
so adept.
The only reason I feel that way is because of social media. There's been so much of an awakening of like this gentle parenting movement, like breaking cycles, people being aware of their
That's not
traumas.
even true, though.
It is true. Like you see a lot of tweets about it. People being aware of their mental health. Like our parents weren't aware of their mental health issues.
Yeah, but people just chat on the internet.
That's true.
People hear buzzwords and then people just be chatting because it'd be the same people that are part of the 10,000 comments critiquing somebody in the shade room. So everything is bullshit.
Yeah,
like
true.
I don't put any credence into anything. Right. So that's why I don't even have comments on anything because all this stuff is stupid. Yeah. And I feel stupid talking about it. So that's why I just like disassociate with these sort of topics. Like, what do we think was gonna happen? Like, if you allow people, it's the same thing of giving attention to something that you want to go away. Like, it just sounds stupid. So people giving attention to something is just only gonna make it expand and expand and expand. Like when this whole situation, whatever they got going on, first happened. Once people started giving it attention, it's like, where else did you think it was gonna go? It's all more people give it attention, it's just gonna keep ballooning and ballooning and ballooning and ballooning.
And the crazy thing is now with her having
just
a baby,
like the Kardashians are just like with anything else. It starts out as one thing and people just keep feeding it attention, and then where else do you expect it to go? It's gonna go exactly.
Yeah, but her having a baby, that's literally like, you know when they talk about the football and they talk about the NFL, the script.
Yeah,
her having a baby is literally the script.
Right,
like,
now it's going to be a TV show.
That's going to be a whole, I know.
That's a whole other thing.
But that's sad to me that people value money that much that they're putting a freaking human being in the mix of all this. Like, you're
but people have been doing that forever.
I know, but like even like people say with the Kardashians, like they feel like, oh, they're having kids just for the show. Or like YouTubers, like the Ace family, oh, they're just having kids for content. And they very well probably are, and that's what's sickening and sad to me. Like I just can't stand the fact that people are just that evil. Really, it's evil to me.
That's why it's my own business.
Money, the root of all evil.
The best thing I can do is just not give my attention to it, and unfortunately, we're doing that right now. But that's how I live my life. I just.
But people, that's the thing. I want us to build a base on here of people valuing our commentary about the stuff. Because the thing is, if this platform grows, people are gonna request these things. So it's like you might as well just talk about it. You know, because like our output on it or our perspective on it might be the silver lining. Like that one comment we got, like people do see that we're like, almost, it's sad to say, like probably rare these days of the mindset we have on certain things. So, you know, it's good to give our little 2 cents. I mean, I guess you even talk about it being stupid is enough of a commentary because that's people who are level-headed will be like, yeah, it is stupid. Like next, you know? So that's still fair to have that, but I think your take on it was accurate. Like, this was expected. This was next in the script. Pretends to be shocked, you know? Like I said, I was more shocked about people's reactions. Like, I know people were excusing her behavior, but I thought maybe with a baby in the mix, people might have more empathy.
Yeah, but
why?
People make those same stupid excuses for everything.
That's true.
People make excuses for
being domestic violence.
Yeah, domestic violence. People make excuses for being overweight. People make excuses for
alcoholism.
Why they're not where they are, like where they're supposed to be in life. People make excuses for everything. So none of this is like, I'm telling you, this is specifically why I deleted Twitter, because there's nothing on there. Like I literally feel like was losing brain cells every 2 seconds scrolling through some dumbass tweet from somebody that's not doing anything. Like if it's somebody that's doing something in life and they've not only done something for themselves, but they've also done things for others, if they have a comment on something, then maybe I'll listen to it. But if it's a bunch of people, if it's a bunch of people that haven't done anything, haven't gone anywhere, people haven't traveled anywhere, they don't make money, they don't do anything for their family, they don't have good relationships with their friends, they talk shit about everybody every second they can, why would I want to be a part of that?
Yeah. Like, why would you want? Like, what's the kind of say? Why would I listen to you? Like,
it just doesn't like. So it's.
No, I feel you. And that's why I get frustrated every day, and it's like it sucks because I keep getting pulled back in.
Because it's gone.
I know, but that's why I like my second account better, because my second account I literally purged that. Like I started from scratch, and it's crazy. I'm like at 600 followers now from my account. I literally started from scratch. Like, I'm like, okay, good job. Like, pretty good to do that from scratch, but that account is peaceful. It's peaceful. When I go back to my old account, that's when I be getting annoyed. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why did I follow so many bird brains? Like, you guys.
Yeah, but it's also the same reason why I don't want to give commentary here is the same thing I said offline before. I was like, before I had that mentality, like, oh, I can do financial literacy classes and teach people certain shit, but it's like, for what? Like, why am I
just use my social media to brag about my life.
Like, why am I gonna try to save anybody?
Yeah, that's why I've been like, even today I went on a rant, and it was almost like it's like funny. I like make advice, but it's like advice masked in like me just talking down on people. I'll be real, because like, you know, everybody's talking about Dubai because of Beyonce's concert and like the Atlantis opening. That's the hotel that opened. I don't know if you saw it when we were there. There's like that geometric. It was like really long. It looked like different geometric shapes. I forgot where we saw it at, but that, you know, everybody's talking about Dubai now because all the celebrities been there, and like Tarte, the makeup brand, just had like a trip near Dubai. Like it wasn't really Dubai. It was like Ras something. It was like a outskirts. It was the other Emirates, one of the other Emirates in the UAE. So everybody's talking about Dubai now. Oh my God, Dubai. And like we were saying off camera, people like buzzwords. They like this sounding. They like to making a tweet that's gonna hit and get numbers. So it's like, oh, Dubai is expensive. Like it's either one or two things. Dubai is either really expensive and out of their range, or the only way you could afford to go to Dubai is you had to get pooped on. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna give advice, which is really just masked. It's like advice masked and me just wanting to brag on the fact that I've been to Dubai and like talk down to people. Cause I'm like, you guys are dumb. We spent more money 4 days, like 3 nights, 4 days in the Bahamas, and we spent 6 nights, 7 days in Dubai. I literally looked it up today. I'm like, I'm how crazy. Like, I literally have the screenshot. What does it say for Charlotte, North Carolina, Spring Hill Suites? How much a night? 174. How much for Shangri-La, Dubai? 172. That's $2 less for a 5-star hotel. The Shangri-La, a 5-star luxury hotel chain, was $2 cheaper a night than the Spring Hill Suites in Charlotte, North Carolina. You people are just ignorant and dumb, because if you just do a quick Google search, you can see that Dubai is really inexpensive. The most expensive part, we spent like about $2,000 per person, right? $800 of that was the flight, and $200 of that was dinner in the sky. So half of that was already gone just for the flight and for dinner in the sky, which dinner in the sky wasn't a necessity. Stupid. We did it just for the experience.
Don't do it. It's
but
not worth it.
Imagine cutting $200 next time we go. Easy to, like, you don't have to do that. That was the most expensive excursion. So like now you're already down to $1,000, which you saw the total accommodation was $1,267.34. Split that between 2 people in the room, $600 something. And then all of our other excursions were the rest of the $400. The other excursions are going to the Burj Khalifa, going to the Palm, going to Abu Dhabi, going on the camels, doing ATVs, skiing, or what was it, snowboarding on the sand. What else did we do? We did in the sky, right? Count to that. Going on a yacht around the whole Palm, going to the beach, like going to the cultural center and having lunch. We did mad stuff for $400. I'm like, Google is free. You spend more money in Miami probably and in the Caribbean than Dubai. But then again, people be splitting trips between like 10 people. So maybe they still can't afford Dubai. If they be splitting that $2,000 between 10 people crammed into an Airbnb. We don't do group trips. We could afford that, just me and you. So yeah, maybe I was just trying to flex on people. But I do give advice. I might be mean and demeaning, but I do give good advice. Some people are like, oh, thank you. Any tips you got? I'm like, nigga, I don't got no tips. But if you want to give me money, I'll send you my itinerary. But you know, like, I just had to get that off because I'm like, I don't know why people act like Dubai is so expensive, right? Like I will go back. Like it was very inexpensive. Like, and the flight, like I said, was the most expensive part. Like $800. You could definitely do Dubai for cheaper too. Like the fact that a 5-star hotel was $220, well, $174, $172. That means a 3-star, like a Spring Hill Suites level hotel, was like $50 a night. Based on my research, if you don't care for like, I don't even really care for the 5-star experience. I just feel like if it's this cheap, might as well, right? Like might as well. But that's my only purpose for social media nowadays. It's just like I've tried the whole giving nice advice, giving people, like you said, the financial advice. I've tried being relatable. I've tried being nice. I can't anymore. So my only purpose is just to show people I'm living life. I'm out here living though. Sorry, I'm a little delirious. So that's my whole purpose for it now. This is to show people that life's lit. And I'm not miserable like you guys. That's basically what it is. Like, you're miserable, I'm not. That's my only uses for social media, realistically. Not TikTok, though. I like TikTok. TikTok, I'm cool. People on there are cool. Because people are there, like, people who, like, the thing about TikTok, people who are truly creative are the people that are making content. People who are like truly confident, right, and creative. Like a lot of times people are like really creative. Like they make like cool stuff, you know. Or people who are just really like kind of confident, or people who have a talent, right? So that's why like the stuff that you consume is usually like good. Like I never really have a negative experience on there. Usually the only time I have a negative experience is sometimes in the comment section because you have like, faceless people who just want to talk down and demean others, right? Like haters, ugly people, broke people. This, the same old people that usually are mad in the comments, hiding behind a fake profile. Clearly, you're not confident enough to even post anything on your page. And sometimes there'll be people who be bold. They'll be in the comments talking crazy, and then you go on their page, it's really them. I'm like, okay, but most time it's not. So, but I like TikTok, Twitter. I'm really. It's like it sucks because I loved how it used to be, but I don't really care for it anymore. Instagram, same thing. Loved how it used to be, don't care for it. I don't really have a negative experience on there. It's boring. It's just boring. Yeah. But I know for you, that's why you've strayed away because this is all you see, especially in the Black culture. That's why it's like this, like they're running a joke about like, all right, can we retire some of these topics in 2023? Like even today, I think somebody was like, they made some tweet. And somebody just quoted like green apples or Honeycrisp. Like we're not doing this. Like someone was like, let's just divert the attention. We're not doing this. Like stupid topics again. I actually want to find what it was because it was kind of funny. But I feel you on not wanting to be on social media because, yeah, it's unless you have a good audience, right? Then a good timeline or follow good people. But like this was it. Porn ruined men, feminism ruined women. Do you agree? And this girl was just like, do you prefer Granny Smith apples or Honeycrisp? Like we're not doing these dumb topics in 2023. So you're not missing anything.
It's our whole podcast, is it not?
It is, but this is our podcast for less than 2 hours a day. People be tweeting back to back to back to back to back to back. Like look at the first thing you see me open. Niggas be a 3 on Instagram, but an 8 in person. Men are hard. Oh, take pictures. Okay, I guess that's not a bad thing. I guess that's a compliment, actually. Okay, see, I'm thinking it was bad. What else? Let's see. Anything else negative? Okay, I'm not seeing nothing negative. What? This girl, I keep seeing her tweets. She's a mess. She is a mess. I don't even follow her, but I keep seeing her stuff. Okay, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing crazy right now. This is rare. But this is her fighting. Yeah, look, someone's like, Krishan getting the fight. They're like, there's no other celebrity news. Like, what Morgan Freeman got going on? Like, I don't care about these people. And it sucks that, like, yeah, we're talking about it for the podcast purposes, because what else is there to talk about? I mean, there's lots of stuff we could talk about.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
But you didn't bring no topics today?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. What's your topic?
No, it's fine. Finish with. I'm probably not gonna do it now because that took like an hour.
No, we can do your topics. This is the last thing we have. Young Miami, golden, says she likes golden showers.
Go for it.
What's your opinion on that? Because some people are like, they say they're freaky, but they're not that freaky. I just want to know. I want to know your genuine opinion on golden showers. I'll tell you mine. No. Maybe not if I'm drunk.
It is tough. It is tough to do the podcast sometimes because like really most of my opinions on all of this stuff is who cares. So like that's kind of my opinion on it, is like who cares.
Well, I know, but I'm saying what's your opinion on golden showers? Like
I don't.
Have you ever had the urge to pee on me or any other girl you've been with? Like,
no.
Does it turn you on into that thought of me being underneath you?
What does her do with that have to do with me?
Because we get to talk about golden showers. Like, your opinion. I don't think we actually ever had a conversation about golden showers.
Not for me.
Yeah, same. Do you understand why it's for people? Like, do you think they like the whole people like being degraded? Like, you think it's like how you say that word? Degradation.
Yeah.
Kink. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's how you say it.
Degradation.
Yeah, degradation. Yeah, degradation.
Babe, how do you say that word?
It's degradation.
Degradation. Degradation. Damn, I'm dumb.
Degradation.
People have that type of kink. So I think that's what it boils down to, right? Like you like being like degraded, like R. Kelly type beat.
I think it's a little different because that was a minor, but anyway.
Know, but he still had some weird ass kink.
You could have said Trey Songz.
Oh yeah, Trey Songz too. I forgot. Trey Songz. This is ew. God, I just feel like you stink. Like if that happens, you gotta stink afterwards, right? If your man's pee stinks. But pee, all pees, even when people drink a lot of water, like your pee still smells like pee. It's still toxins in there, like in your kidneys. Yeah, no, not for me. It's not for me. But now everybody's calling P Diddy P Diddy. Get it? P-E-E Diddy. You don't really we should know less about each other. Like there was no, I mean, I get being vulnerable and being transparent because like I said, who cares? But we didn't need to know that.
No, me saying who cares is like you also applies to you don't have to tell anybody anything. Like,
yeah. Like I get it, it's for entertainment, shock value, but I mean, look, it works though. Everybody talking about it. Like her show's like really, really popular. People probably tuned into the episode after that, But yeah, no, it's not for me. Like I've done some freaky stuff, but why are you squirting? I've done some freaky stuff with you, obviously, but I don't want no golden shower. I'm not with that. So don't get any ideas. Well, you just say you're not into that anyway.
Yo, shut up. What did you say? Shut up.
What do you think is the most freaky thing, sexual-wise?
Let's move on.
No, like for real.
What?
What do you think is the most freaky
I'm
thing?
not having that conversation on here. I'm not having that conversation on here. You sound like we're 14 years old.
Yeah. I
Plain
think
never have I ever.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it. Okay, I think it's when people put their whole fist in people's butts, in their heads. I feel like I saw a video where some guy put his whole head. That's nasty. Like that's something's wrong with you mentally.
Hey, Mom.
That's it. But me and you, I think on the level,
Jesus Christ.
on the freak level, we probably surpassed. If it was on a scale of 5, I think we've gotten to 3. What do you think? What do you think?
I got no comment. I'm not commenting about any. I'm not commenting about.
Oh yeah, okay.
commenting
Didn't we talk about
any-
this off camera? We said we should stop talking about
like, I'm not talking about
our
none of this.
personal life on here because we have people that know us that watch this podcast.
It's not even that. I just don't care. It's like it's almost weird. Like I'm like the don't kiss and tell type person. Like it's like weird almost.
Yeah, it's almost like you rather people just imagine.
Like just in general, yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting there bragging about XYZ because it doesn't matter. It's not even like a privacy thing.
What does that do for
Right,
anybody?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
What they gonna be like? Let me go find out.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like for me, there's no point. Like you want me to brag about, oh, I be doing this, I be doing that. Like,
That's why I was never that friend in the group. First of all, I'm just shy in general in a private, but I was never that girlfriend. I was like, yeah, my man, this, and his thing is this size, and this.
This is gonna sound crazy, and if there's any women listening at this point, they're gonna kill me for that. I almost wish you did do that. You know why? Because the only reason why is because the way you like, it's almost like you downplay it, right? Like, it's not like, it's like a weird thing because like you don't want to. It's not like it matters if they know. But it's almost like at the same time you do want to feel like the man in a way and like have people know, if that makes sense.
But like, I say it's social media.
Like the whole
my likes and retweets sometimes and comment and replies will tell you all you need to know.
It's almost like the neighbors know my name kind of thing. It's like it's not necessarily like you kind of want them to know, but like not obviously have the experience of it, but you want them to know that like you're not.
But the thing is, I'm not that type of girl anyway. Like I don't even feel like everybody has different levels of comfort with people in their lives. With friends and even like siblings, I don't even really feel comfortable discussing my sex life with anybody. No, that's just not me. I'm not that type of girl.
That's where I'm like
that's just not who I am. I never had that level, that barrier broken down. Like, friends always talk to me about their sex life, but that's just never been me.
Somebody got to explain that part to me. Like, why? I understand not
because
doing
I guess
it,
like as a
obviously.
girl, like or as a woman, you want to share your stories to see if there's common ground, to see like, all right, like is this normal? Is this normal? Is this how it's supposed to feel? I guess it's just more so like trying to.
Why don't
figure
men do that with each other?
Men don't do that. You guys want to talk about like?
Is this how it's supposed
Well,
to
no,
go?
that's crazy. No, talking about your girls like V. To
Yeah, like
your
I
guy
did.
friends,
I
that's
did this
wild.
and it did that. Like, is that,
Or like,
is that normal?
I mean, I'm sure some guy friends do that though. They talk
That's
about like how it
crazy, bro.
feels, like
That's crazy to me.
the texture,
Nah,
everything.
maybe, but not.
Maybe younger guys, like high school.
even
you're all hype,
I
like
mean,
you
I
just
was
lost
in
your virginity.
I was in high school at one point. I mean, I'm old, so
You had never had a conversation like, oh, yeah, hers
hell
was this
no.
way, or hers felt like this tight, or hers was.
Like generically, but not like not in the way that women do it, like breaking down the full scenarios and all that kind of stuff. Like,
I mean, sometimes women do that. They don't always do that. Like sometimes girls will be like, "Oh yeah, I got with this guy last night. Like his thing was huge," and then they'll say like they'll show this picture of what size it was. I'm like, that's huge to you. But see, that's when I kind of back you up. I'd be like, huge, question mark.
thank you guys for watching. This has been the A Couple of
They
Things
be like, this
podcast.
is huge, and you look at it, it's like 6 inches. I'm like, huge. Jesus, that's what you consider huge. You've been living a drought out here. It's crazy. Yeah, but like, you know, some girls would say stuff like that, like, oh, like I was with this guy last night, like it was so big. Oh my god. And then that'll be like this. That would.
Maybe it's just me. I wouldn't. I don't know, something about that. Like, but you know, that's just again the same way how you
guys
are.
definitely probably do it too.
No,
but
for
that's
sure.
just not your experience.
For me, it's just I move like a shadow. Like I just thrive off of, like I've said before many times on this podcast. Like I hate doing this podcast because like normally nobody would even understand. I wouldn't even be having this conversation at all.
Yeah.
Like this wouldn't even occur between me and somebody else ever. So I like moving in the shadows. I like being quiet. Like I keep my experiences quiet. People telling stories and anything else like that about me, like let it be what it is. But me personally, I'm always gonna move super quiet. Nobody's gonna ever know what I'm thinking. I'll be sitting like earlier this morning. Like I had sunglasses on, and pitch black on my way to work. Like I don't want people to know what I'm thinking at any given moment. So
You
for
wear
me,
your girl to work?
do I wear my grill to work? I don't, because
What did you say you was going to?
no, I don't.
You said you was gonna wear it to work.
If I said that, I was joking. I was gonna wear it to work because if I'm on the phone, I don't want to have to.
Yeah, take it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Because it's like a minor lisp.
Yeah. But yeah. So, but going back real quick to what you said before, you know, you gotta play both sides of the fence. So you were saying you would want people to know that you're the man, at least somewhat. Like you don't have to go into details. But what would it be the other way around?
For you?
Yeah. Like,
Well, the thing is,
I'm describing.
no, because the thing is, men would automatically assume, like men don't ever come in to a scenario saying, oh, they would assume based on how somebody looks, how it will be.
That's a crazy part. Like people think just because like you look good, that is like magical.
Yes.
Like, oh, it
so
must be the most.
obviously, I would never.
It must be the most luscious. Like, and some girls be pretty, and this shit would probably be like.
Obviously, I would never do that, and that's also obviously respecting too. Like, I'm not about to be saying XYZ about you.
Yeah,
like,
but why is it not respecting for you? That I respect your privacy and your secrecy.
Because men don't value ourselves.
True.
So like.
You don't. That's true.
Yeah. So like it doesn't.
Sorry. All right, that was just. I'm joking.
Let's move on. Did you have any other topics?
No. No, wait.
Okay. We
can finish what you're saying. So yeah, men don't value themselves. That's why it's not as like degrading. Like
that wouldn't bother me.
yeah. Okay, I could get as a girl. That'd be kind of because especially as a guy too, as a guy friend, you might be like, damn, like that's how you talk about your own girl like that. Like why are you talking to us about it? Like,
I have an actual really specific reason, but I'm not gonna say it on camera. But if you remind me, I'll tell you off camera.
But it's like a weird thing though, because like wouldn't like your girlfriends be like, why are you telling us this too? Like deep down they might be like, why is she bragging about it? Like does she want us to get a sample?
No, I'm not saying hey, just so y'all know. I'm not saying that, but in the context of like.
Well, if they ask, then I usually tell.
You've been asked. Yeah, you've been asked that before.
Yeah,
but
I usually tell.
Yeah, but you don't. I know for a fact you ain't put the sauce on it. Like.
No, I mean, I'm not about to go into details. Like people be like, "Oh, have you done this before?" I'd be like, "Yeah." Like, and that's the thing too. Like every like, especially like my first join, like AKA, everybody's getting to know each other, and like one of my profiles, like we use a laugher. Like she loved Never Have It Ever. Like people love using those games to get those answers out of you, and like I would give my
yeah, but that doesn't count though. Because it's like, yeah, have you done something? That doesn't mean anything, right? Like.
But like I said, I put it on social media. People can read through the lines, but the tweets I like, it'd be like, oh, like there was a tweet I liked earlier. It was like that when ASAP was in the crowd. It was like when he pulls me to the side of the bed. You know, I like stuff like that. So people will be like, okay, like they getting freaky, or like there'll be a lot of like tweets about like, eating a peach. And I'll be like,
I haven't had a peach in so long.
I'll be like,
when the last time you had a peach?
Probably like
peaches are
less
good.
in less than a year, because I usually get frozen peaches from the store and like, I'll eat them with honey.
I don't even have my phone.
I love peaches.
I'm gonna definitely get some peaches.
But yeah, well, peaches aren't in season right now. You gotta wait till summer. The only time you get them, you can get them frozen and thaw them out.
Neither's watermelon, but I just had some good watermelon the other day.
But if you want really good peaches, you gotta wait till like spring, summer. That's when they be like yummy, yummy.
What do you mean by that though? Eating peaches?
Like mutual eating peaches. There'll be tweets about mutual eating peaches, and I'll like the tweet. So
what does that mean?
Read between the lines, like, oh, okay, they eat peaches over there. Yeah, we do.
We eat breakfast, like fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I don't know what that means.
Cause you know what? I actually used to be really open about it with my old friends. Cause they all thought it was so crazy that you eat peaches, and then the same girls years later bragging about it on the internet. I'm like, so now that it's trendy. But the eating peaches thing kind of became trendy during our time. Because Jenna Aiko, the groceries song,
What is going on here? What is happening?
You know Jenna Aiko, she
No, yes, I know.
Eat it,
I just don't know. I don't know where this podcast is going.
And that's kind of where it became a trend, I feel like. Remember, at first, we was kind of apprehensive about eating peaches. But then one of our other friends said, try eat peaches. Then you tried the peach. And it's been downhill ever since.
What are you talking about?
I
really don't know what you're talking about. You trying to put these things on me. I don't know what's going on.
So yeah, I told my friends that, and they thought it was so crazy. They're like, Alex says that? I'm like, yeah. Is this a peach? I'm not dirty.
Yeah, but see, that to me, but see, that to me
know.
doesn't mean nothing though. It's more so about the performance thing, right? Like if I'm putting up Michael Jordan, LeBron numbers, I'd rather that be the statistic, right?
Because, I mean, I say that sometimes on Instagram too.
No,
like,
but
he
I have a
lasts
reason.
forever.
I have a reason though, like, which I can't say on camera.
Why you last forever?
No, the real reason why, like, I in a way want it to be known. I'll tell you off camera because I can't say it on here, especially if people are watching, like that we know.
It's more of a flex for it to be known, and like, I don't know, it being like they can't never find out though. You know what I mean? Like if it's known to the world, but then they can't find out what it's like.
Yeah.
That's the flex of it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. It's not funny. You get my nerves, bro. You get my nerves. I'm not blaming you, bro. I poured the water right in
So DJ Envy's wife is going on a 29-day girls trip.
Where'd that come from? That's not.
No, hold on. Wait. How about
Red flag, right?
No, wait. I'm gonna be very, very respectful. Like I'm not gonna be playing around with nobody's wife. I'm not gonna say nothing disrespectful. Like we're not on that. Now the jokes. Here come the jokes. Now, I don't know if you're familiar, but he did in fact cheat on his wife before. Like that's probably public information.
Why do people cheat on their wives? I mean, I already know why.
That's for a whole another time.
People aren't us though. They don't have these talks before marriage, so that's why.
Yeah, we can still talk and
it still could happen. It still could happen, but I know for sure when it comes to marriage, it's a no.
But dating is free for all, right?
No. Did I say that? You're so annoying. Did I say that? I did not say that. I just said that like that's for me. Marriage is like you spend so much time and effort to make that commitment and money, and you won't cheat.
Oh,
You're
man.
sick.
Life is funny.
Anyways, he cheated on her.
Oh man.
So now she's gonna get redemption in her 29-day trip.
I don't know. That's why I wanted to bring it up. I'm like, you think she's?
When did he cheat? Recent?
I'm not sure. It was with Erica Mena though.
Ew.
Let me see. I'm not sure on the timeline.
And
but
she had Erica Mena had to have known that he was married, right?
Of course. Women always know. You like they be like.
I just want to know their mentality, like the other women mentality. I want to know, like, what is it? What's wrong? Could they know if it happens to them, they'll be like on suicide watch. So I'm just be confused.
Yeah, let me see.
Wasn't Erica Mena mad at Safari cheating on her, but you were the other woman? This weird.
It was a long time ago. Apparently, this says 2013. I don't know the particular timeline, but she's going on a 29-day trip, girls trip, around somewhere. And I wanted to get your opinion on that, because I'm not saying she's going out to go like, get some like retaliation or something like that. Retaliation is my bag.
Yeah, I know.
But 29-day trip is crazy. Like, that's like a world tour. Like, people don't even tour that long.
29-day trip. Yeah, that's a lot. Like,
that's
I can't.
A lot.
I actually would like. I mean, if I was rich and famous, would I?
And he's probably paying for it.
Yeah.
Their relationship is interesting. Envy is pretty interesting because he divulges a lot of information that we didn't ask.
Yeah.
And it's like, you probably could have kept that to yourself.
I mean, if you have a relationship that's like rocky like that, like with a history like that, then it's kind of unfortunate because you're gonna always have that in the back of your head that there might be some type of like get back,
That's the
And that's the sad part, because realistically, in a healthy marriage, if your wife is going on a girl trip, you should just be like, have fun, like I'm gonna miss you, like it should be healthy, normal, like you don't have a single worry.
That's the only thing. Like, if I was gonna give anybody listening some advice, if there's any sort of cheating or toxicity that it's just specifically cheating. Like, once the cheating happens, it's kind of like the floodgates are open forever. Like, there's no real.
Not forever.
I disagree. I think that's always gonna, like you just said, it's always gonna be in the back of both people's minds. I don't think there's any way to escape that, personally.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any way to get out of that.
The only way to escape it is to leave the relationship.
Exactly. That's literally the only way, is to just go get in another relationship, because it's not like that can ever disappear, and that's what people deem as being like the number one like trust breaking act. So I don't think there's any way to recover from that ever, personally.
Yeah.
So something like this, even though this could have happened a really long time ago, it's
never going to be able. It's
always going to be there.
But I don't know, because sometimes I feel you could go through stuff, and like, especially if it happens like it happening in a marriage is different, because that's like ultimate trust breaking. Because like I said, all the stuff you do in the vows, if you're religious, all the vows and all that stuff, that's huge. I think in other circumstances, like if you're able to move past it, you could rebuild that trust and then just bury it in the past. But I feel like once you break that bond in marriage, why are you squinting?
Nah.
Once you break that bond in marriage, like that's like insane.
29 days is crazy.
Yeah, 29 days. That's a little max.
But it could be one of those situations where like the guy know he messed up, so you kind of got to let her. I mean, this again was so long ago, and I'm not putting this on her.
Because some people have that. They'll be like, they'll know they messed up in a marriage,
and you gotta let it. You gotta let them get their
like
back.
That might be their way of. The girl might even tell the guy that too. Like, well, I got like I have to, do my thing, and the guy will sit back and be bawling and crying his eyes out, like, please stay. But every relationship is different. That might be her way of like, all right, I'm gonna go out with my friends, have a good time. See you in a month.
Yeah, and literally just be chilling and not do anything. Yeah, because we never dealt with the girls trip, guys trip thing.
Yeah, because
I'm definitely not going.
No offense to my past friends, but I only ever had like one friend that really was down to do it, and just our circumstance. Obviously, that just didn't happen because the stupid stuff with COVID and your old job. But my other friends, all the girls trips, the attempts were failures because people talk a big game but don't actually got it like that. So yeah, never had the girl trip experience.
I'm definitely not doing a guys trip.
Yeah,
because you just know. I
mean, we did just get invited to Colorado for a ski trip next month.
Yeah, but that doesn't count though.
Yeah, that's a mixed trip.
Yes, yeah,
and you can bring your partner, obviously.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
I would never do a guy's trip because you just know what it is. Like, you can't have, like, you know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to put myself in these, like, I like to just stay out the way. So that's definitely not anything I'm interested in doing anyway, because I don't like anybody anyway.
True.
But 29 days.
I mean, even if I had like, I definitely would have went on one good girl trip if I had like friends that were down for it. But personally, like I said earlier, I'm a 4-person max trip, like 5 maybe because I had a family of 5. But I'm a 2-person. My go-to trip is just one other person, or if if we were to just go with like another couple or something. Like I can't do big trips with too many people. Like I can't with people missing stuff. Like if you have stuff booked and people are missing stuff, like people not waking up on time, people being stingy with money. Like this just don't seem fun to me. I like just having like vacations. That's my favorite category of trips. But yeah,
Getting back for 29 days straight is crazy.
yeah, that's a long trip. Where are they going?
I have no idea. I probably should have like figured that out. Once I heard the amount of days, I just completely ignored anything.
I wonder if they're going multiple spots. I would hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe every island and then some.
How lit would that be? To spend a whole month like going to like every island in the Caribbean, spending like
That's all it would take.
4 days in each spot.
4 days in each spot.
Yeah,
There's
there's a lot
way
of
too
islands.
way
It
too
might
many
have to be
islands.
like one day.
Way too many islands.
How many Caribbean islands are there? Let's see. How many Caribbean islands are there?
What's your opinion on like the
700.
Yeah, because the Bahamas themselves are just like
Yeah,
crazy
you can't count that. If you count every country, how many Caribbean countries?
How you feel about the like the bachelor party, bachelorette party,
Weird.
like travel
It's 13.
somewhere?
13. Weird. I feel like people use the whole bachelor party to be thoughts and get off. I guess that's the point of it, but it's weird to me. Like if you're in love with your partner, like what do you need a night to? But not everybody has nefarious bachelor.
Right. I also mean just like in general, because like I saw a TikTok where he wasn't the groom to be, but he was like a part of he was invited to go to. Where was it? They're going to Mexico or
I want to
Vegas?
trust it.
Or somewhere.
If you really trust your partner, it's fine. But
That's
you
tough.
know, because you're there with all your single guy friends. Like you're the only one
that's
getting
why
married, and like it's a whole. If there's a group of girls that come up to you guys, what are you gonna do? To be standing there watching your friends? Like,
Yeah, you
I
should.
mean, yeah, you should. And I feel like some guys, like I would hope people are loyal. Maybe some partners have agreements, like okay, yeah, you can go out and dance with people, but that's wild. Like I don't know, it couldn't be me. Like if you wanted your time to enjoy a single life, you should have did that before you got into a committed relationship that was going to lead to marriage. Like real simple. Why you need
Interesting.
Why you need a trip beforehand to go do that?
So what if it's just the guy's trip then? What makes either one different?
What?
Like if it wasn't a bachelor party, but it was just a guy's trip, you put more like weight on the bachelor party specifically versus it being just really?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do either or.
Yeah, but I feel like with a bachelor party, like you're going or a trip, you're going with the intention of enjoying your last few days of official single life, like on paper, because you're still not single, but single on paper. That's like the purpose. So the guys are going there like they're excited for their friend getting married, so they're getting drunk. Everybody's just going crazy compared to a guy's trip where it's like you're still gonna have a good time and get drunk, but like the bachelor party, like the whole point of it is to go crazy and get your friend drunk and But that's why I feel like it's good when you're married. It's good to have, or like in a long-term relationship, it's good to have friends who are also married or in long-term relationships. The only thing is, if you and your guy friend who's in a long-term relationship decide to cheat together the same night, then obviously that's bad. But sometimes it's good to have some grounding,
Setting up the plan to cheat
I
together
know
is crazy.
it's sick. I'm sure it's happened.
Oh, for sure.
Plenty of times.
Oh,
in
for
this
sure.
world.
We seen it.
When did we see it?
Nope.
When?
Nope.
Give a date.
Nope.
With married people?
Oh, with married people?
No, right? But we don't really know a lot of married people. We really only have like 4 people that we know that are married. 5.
Tag team married people
people our
cheating. Yeah, nah, not that I know of.
You seen tag
Dating
team
for sure.
dating?
Oh, for sure.
People I know? You made it seem like I knew.
Maybe you might. It'd be. Listen, I've seen some things.
The tag team, that's sick though. Like you and your guy, like just planning together. Like yeah, tonight we're gonna cheat on our girls. Like that's sick. That's sick. People.
Why is this so silent?
Because.
Why is it so quiet? You okay?
And I'm trying to really think about the guys trip thing.
Yeah, because I never thought about it. I'm like, how would I react to a girl trip? Me personally, because like I'm very prideful and I have like a really big ego with myself. My pride and my ego would make me not feel a way about it. Like it would force me to not feel a way about it.
You just really have to trust your partner. That's really at the end of the day.
You know
like,
that's so
it's
crazy
so simple.
it's so crazy that you have to even in your mind think like
you just
simply
them.
Because somebody's going away from you that's immediately what you think is happening.
You had to just replicate what we do on trips and just imagine that it's just you without you there. But the thing is, I get if you're with a whole bunch of girls, especially if they're single and that's their whole purpose is to go out and dance and have fun. But you can still just be that friend in the corner like that, to dance like that. I told you like that happened with that Eagles guy like harassing me. You know, it was like I have a boyfriend, leave me alone. My friends are dancing. I'm sitting just watching them.
Listen.
I was sitting down the whole time, like watching them.
Was he on the championship team?
This was February 2000.
No, I know. At the time, he wasn't.
18.
February 2018.
Yeah.
Isn't that when they won the Super Bowl?
Oh shit! Wait.
He might have. Listen, you might have dropped the bag. He got a whole ring. That was literally the month.
Yeah, that was like.
That might have been right after, or before.
That was like. Yeah, that was definitely 2018 because I had my AKA keychain, so I crossed, and it was winter time. And it was winter break.
You were still hanging out with them at that time?
Yeah, I fell off with them.
Into 2018?
Yeah.
That's so crazy. That's why.
The fall off happened that summer. Because when you see my life got together, our relationship was back healthy. I became an AKA. I graduated. I got into grad school. I got a full-time job. And all of a sudden, they disappeared. They started slowly dwindling because they liked me when our relationship was toxic.
I still have a problem with you about that too. I still have a problem with you about that too.
What? Still hanging with them in 2018?
Yeah.
Why in 2018?
Because it shouldn't even been 2017. Like realistically.
No, I was just hanging. It was just the girls at that point. It was just me. Well, sorry, I said her name. Me, A, S, and N.
I'll take that out.
Beep, beep,
I'll take that out. I got
you.
Yeah, take a screenshot. No, I know that. I'm not talking about the gentleman. I'm talking about them. Like.
But what happened before that though?
Because just in general.
Because just like all the stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, how is it still after everything that happened for 2 years that there was still like.
It wasn't that much though. That's why it slowly was dwindling. Like it was really like it was New Year's. I was with them on New Year's, 2 of them, and then it was a little bit after that. But then one of them their birthdays was March, and I couldn't go. And then they tried to say it was because my sorority, and that's I had an excuse when I legitimately had like a thing I had to go to. Like all 9 of us had to be there in my line.
I'm gonna probably cut out this whole part.
Yeah.
But
yeah, but that's why that later that deep in that semester it dwindled. And that's why going into the summer, there was no contact.
He definitely got a ring, though.
Probably. But you
Good
see, I was letting them do their thing. They was all dancing, trying to get their attention. That's the funny part, too, is like they be having, like, you know, not to sound like a fucking pick me, but, you know, there's the typical wearing the tight dresses, trying to be cute, dancing and twerking. I'm sitting there the whole time, and I'm the one who gets broke. I was wearing long-ass striped pants, Raf Simons, that's the way it goes, a champion tee.
Striped pants.
Yeah, it was a bad fit, and I had my hair in a bun.
I don't even want to see it.
If my natural hair.
If it's the pants I'm thinking of, don't even show me that.
It's the pants you're thinking of.
Don't show me that. I don't want to see that.
It's the pants
you're
thinking of.
Don't show me that. I don't need that negativity in my life. I don't want to see those pants. The mob, the 1920s mob boss pants, the pinstripes.
Yeah, the pinstripe pants.
Don't show me that.
Nah, I gotta find it.
I don't need that negativity in my life.
When was that? Oh, you know what? It was actually right before Super Bowl. It was January 6th.
Yeah, February seemed late to me.
This was the fit. Literally, this was the fit. What has happened?
That outfit is horrible.
It's very bad. Like, this is a horrible fit.
A champion shirt?
And look at the makeup, the pants.
Jump skirt.
And like I said, I was wearing things. I don't know if I have a shot of my feet anywhere. Yeah, see, that was a guy too.
So he plays defense for sure with that 41 number. I'm not familiar with him.
Yep.
Let's see.
And look, see, this is what he was saying too. He's the one. Look, I'm trying to be your second boyfriend. I said that's him. I really curved him 3 times. He was getting on my nerves. Like it was like annoying. Like I'm like, look at them though. These are the type of people. That's why I tell you the group chats. These be the group chat.
Yeah, that's why you.
But he really did say that. He's like, I'm trying to be your second boyfriend. I'm like, what? And like I looked like you see the fit. The fit was bad, and I was wearing sneakers, but that's still a good approach. Like,
now he's on the Broncos. Let's see if he got a ring. I think he did though.
Yeah, but this was
timing wise.
Which is weird because I was right before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl champion.
It was what, 2018?
Yeah, that was the Eagles.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
I don't know why it's not showing. I don't know. Yeah, it was the
2017 season.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I don't know why it's not letting me click into the stats. But yeah. I don't know how we got on that.
Could we just talk about like how it's possible to still go out with people? Like, yeah, that's why. Like, look, that was the night where what's the name was thrown up too. But you know, you see, like, I'm just standing here singing the lyrics. Like, I was just sitting down like the whole time. Did I even have footage of me sitting down? Yeah, like at this point, you could see. Look, I'm kind of in like the corner. I was like kind of in the corner, like behind everybody. Like this, and this is literally where I was the whole night. Like all of them were in here dancing, and I was literally just behind everybody and sitting in these seats. Like, it was like a booth. So it's possible, you know, like because at that, you know, it's possible. If you want to be loyal, then it's real easy to be loyal. And like,
well, I'm gonna stop giving because I don't want to like.
He got injured at the game.
No, see, I wasn't even gonna say that. That's what I said. I'm trying not to put too much information because you don't know, like.
Who cares? That's so
I mean, he don't respect me, but.
Yeah, but he didn't know you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to put out no information. Somebody listening somehow, some way. Like, wait, you were with me during that time. You know what I mean? Like, you can't like reverse Dirty Mac. Like, that's crazy.
What do you mean?
Like, you're telling a story, and if I put his name out there, and somebody just happened to come across it, some ex-girlfriend or something, like, I don't want no problems.
That was so long ago.
Listen, should be happening.
That's crazy though. I didn't know that was like right before Super Bowl. I didn't really even put 2 and 2 together. I mean, maybe at the time I would have known though that they were going. Maybe they would have been in the playoffs. It would have been like wild card time.
Yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, look, you see how easy it was for me, like to literally avoid, like leave me alone, please. Like I was just sitting there the whole time, like watching my friends, make sure they were safe. Literally, that was the night when we went to the strip club and one of them was throwing up in the bathroom. Like I was just there to be the supporter.
You see the responses though. That's why I was saying that it's like crazy.
Yeah, but that's all group chats. That's all girls.
I
like they could be smiling your face. That's all girls.
I know. That's why I told them to their face I don't fuck with them.
Yeah, yeah. But what's name was like that too. One of your old friend, our old mutual. She was like that too. I remember for Halloween 2015, sophomore year, we was like, I'm breaking up, and then she was like, oh.
Oh no, for sure. Her motives were a little different.
It was a little shaky because it was like I don't know, a little weirdo mentally.
Let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
I need a drink. You good?
But yeah, no, I'm basically saying like it's easy to be loyal. Like if you really trust your partner, it's easy. Like yeah, you're gonna have to realize that if your boyfriend's going out or your husband or your wife or your girlfriend's going out by themselves or with other girls. People are gonna might approach them. It's gonna happen. Like you had to accept that. Like that's just life. They don't know that they're in a relationship. You have to know that people see these people, and they don't know anything about them. Like you see me, you know all about me, but people see me, they don't know anything about you, our relationship, our love, our bond. So you have to trust that your partner is gonna hold it down. So it's gonna happen. Like you go out every day in the city. I don't know. I know people are definitely seeing you, trying to talk to you, stuff like that. I sleep perfectly fine, like knowing that because it's fine. Like I trust you. I know that you just be like, I got a girlfriend, like, and hopefully people leave you alone after that, So that's the only thing. You just gotta really just trust your partner, like, and people will be persistent sometimes, especially if you're in situations where people with alcohol. I think the only thing that's fearful as a guy, I would say, and even as a girl, is your girlfriend potentially being like drugged or worse.
Okay.
No, like we on a girl ship, like you don't really have a male figure around to protect everybody. So your girlfriend could easily get caught up in that stuff.
Women don't care about the girlfriend thing. They actually like that more.
Yeah, they're weirdos.
In my experience.
And they like sloppy seconds.
In my experience, they always want you to tell them about the girl.
Yes, they could compare.
Yeah.
You see, they was comparing. Oh, she looks so good. I'm insecure. I know.
All right, let's get out of here. You got anything else? You gonna keep eating your almonds? This podcast was horrible. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm really tired too, so I've been
I know I'm trying to go to bed.
crazy.
I'm going right to bed. I'm not even going to edit this till tomorrow.
11:40.
I'm editing this till tomorrow. Got anything? We out.
What we even name this? Ew.
All right, we out.
Put it back on.